Okay guys, it's dark out already, so I'm gonna go over my little video here on my exhaust system. I'm under the van right now, it's nighttime. I just did the gear oil over there. Okay, but this is what I'm gonna have to change out. My catalytic converter. This was the one that you see it was welded on right there. And this little bitty one was just welded right there. And then the O2 sensor, I don't know if you can see it, is right on the other side right there. Alright? Now what I wanted to see is what kind of pipe, what size pipe this was. This was the collector, the adapter right there. This right here in the middle of the muffler and the catalytic converter actually makes your front end exhaust system and your back end exhaust system. The front end is a lot more because it splits up into your, front one goes all the way and splits up into a Y to your manifolds. But I've been looking at two places about the size of this pipe, and this pipe is actually a 3-inch pipe. See, and here's an inner diameter over here. I would take it, and if that's a 3-inch inner diameter, this actually is the right size catalytic converter that was put on. See, no, that's wrong, because it goes down to a 2-inch pipe that was shoved in. I'd venture to say 2.5. That's a 2.5-inch pipe that was put inside a 3-inch pipe, and that's another 2.5-inch inlet. And this one right here would be, this would be a 3-inch outlet right here. That's a 2.5-inch. This is a 2.5-inch outlet. So this is 2.5-inch over here. This is 3-inch outer. This is 2.5-inch outer. This is 2.5-inch or 3-inch. I'm not sure, but I know for sure this is 3-inch outer. And then there's another 2.5-inch insert. So this was the crappy hack job I paid $600 for. I did talk to my mechanic about it and everything else. So I'm gonna, seeing that I'm at where I'm at now, I'm gonna do it myself. But so I know this is a 3-inch outer. The bad thing is this is so close to a S. It goes up to the top, then comes right here. Believe it or not, I might have to cut this right here and adapt the 2.5-inch right here with a fitting, and then go back to 3-inch. Or I could cut it right on that weld and go to 3-inch, but it might not seat properly because I'm not going to weld it. Anyway, sorry for the crappy lighting. I don't got my regular light here, but I wanted to get this video because as some of you know, I had problem with one of the mechanics that I really trusted, and I wanted to show you what happened and why. And then also, it just makes me want to do everything myself, to just say, hey, I'm just going to do it myself and forget it. I got a little Harbor Freight welder where I could weld it myself. Also, there's these little muffler clamps right here that you can put on. This is a 3-inch muffler clamp. And let's see if I can get in here. I got the little bolts on the back. And it's better if you have an impact wrench to put these on instead of trying to torque it down by hand. The impact wrench will actually snug it up pretty good. But these are just regular 3-inch muffler clamps. And what you do is you put it around the 3-inch, and then you shoot this down with the impact wrench, and it'll smash the pipes together and hold them together pretty good. But what I wanted to show you the difference is outer diameter and inner diameter. I can use these two right here. Okay, this one right here, if you see, it tapers down some, and this one tapers down a whole lot. I don't even know if you see me from there. Okay, so this one tapers down some, a little bit, and what this one is this is a 3-inch inner diameter and a 3-inch outer diameter, meaning that the right here, this would be a 3-inch inner diameter. So let me see. These are actually probably labeled wrong, because this would be a 3-inch outer diameter. So this is labeled wrong. This would be a 3-inch outer diameter, and the 3-inch inner diameter actually slides in there and gets a really good snug fitting in there. So then that's when you put in your 3-inch muffler clamp, and you clamp them down with an impact wrench, and it gets you a really good snug fit right there. you may get a little bit exhaust leak, but that's not that bad. Okay, so when you're buying your catalytic converter or your muffler, you're going to look for the outer and inner diameter. Like I said, this is a perfect 3-inch outer, 3-inch inner, and it goes in perfect inside the other one. And that's what you're looking for in a pipe. But what I wanted to show you is this states to be a 3-inch outer diameter also, but believe it or not, that's a 3-inch inner diameter, because this is an inner diameter 3-inch and it butts up against it. But don't get too worried about that if that happens. They're a little more expensive, but there's muffler couplings. You could actually get a 3-inch muffler coupling that'll fit over this with 3 screws. It hugs around it and it squeezes the whole thing together really good. And you get those stainless, so they last longer than these little ones right here. I just got this to show you what you do with your muffler clamp to get it on there. A lot of people cut their mufflers off with just a Sawzall. Just get it as straight as you can. Now, my problem with my mechanic was, I always say you have to trust your mechanic, you have to trust your mechanic, you have to trust your mechanic. And for many years, I don't know what change my mechanic did me right. I've never had a problem with my mechanic. Okay, so now my exhaust system on my 2002 Chevy Astro van is a 3-inch exhaust system. So this is a 3-inch diameter exhaust system. So I need a 3-inch catalytic converter with a 3-inch inner diameter exhaust. So you get your 3-inch inner diameter catalytic converter, and it should slide right in there, and then you can actually weld it all the way around here, what a shop should do, weld it around there. Okay, what I did and what I'm really upset about, and this is what happened, I want to show everybody what happened, is with my 3-inch catalytic converter, I was charged $571. I'm not gonna lie, he put an O2 sensor right on the back also, okay? But he took a 2.5-inch pipe. This is 2.5-inch. Now you could convert these down. There are adapters, like this is a 3-inch. I can put right here, and it slopes it down and adapts it to 2.5-inch. Now you really don't want to go from a 3-inch down to a 2.5-inch for your exhaust system. You would actually go from, more than likely, a 2.5-inch to a 3-inch to get more exhaust, but that's when you're pushing a lot of horsepower. For standard, it really is not going to make a difference for a standard system, but you never should go from a 3-inch to a 2.5-inch system. Now my problem with my mechanic was, he went from my 3-inch standard exhaust to 2.5-inch. You see this? 3.5-inch to 2.5-inch, and I'm going to show you the measurements. And then he welded it. He welded it like with bubblegum weld all around. This is actually a 3-inch pipe. See, no, that's wrong, because it goes down to a 2-inch pipe that was shoved in. I'd venture to say 2.5. My 3-inch standard exhaust to 2.5-inch. You see this? And then went to my catalytic converter, and then out my catalytic converter, there's a 2.5-inch bubblegum welded in the middle of my 3-inch pipe. So it took my 3-inch exhaust down to 2.5-inch, because I guess he had no regular adapters to put on, and then 2.5-inch welded it. And I say bubblegum weld because 2.5-inch to 3-inch, you see all the space, you got to actually fill that in with a lot of bubblegum weld to work, instead of putting the right exhaust, which would have been a 3-inch outlet catalytic converter. So that's where I'm having the problem with my mechanic right now. But either way, I wanted to show you about that, about the couplings and the exhaust systems and how it should be. Like I said, this is a cheaper one I picked up just to show you how it's supposed to go on. But like I said, you're gonna need an impact wrench to get this on. But these are like only a couple bucks right here, but I'm actually gonna buy the couplers and put a coupling on it, because the couplers are bigger. And when you buy your coupler, you gotta watch it also, because just how this got the little going down right here, when you put it in like this, there's different couplers. Now this could have a 3-inch outer diameter coupler and fit okay, but they have some couplers that there's a 3-inch outer and a 3-inch inner. Now if you want to put this like this, there's a coupler that would go 3 outer to 3 inner, and it'll hug it a lot better. But if I push this all the way in, you could use a standard 3-inch coupler on this. Alright, so that's just a little bit about your exhaust system and about why I'm having a little bit issues on my mechanic right now, because he did some bubblegum welding and I paid him plenty of money. So either way, thanks for watching. Good luck with your exhaust system, and that was a little bit about your inner and your diameter for your exhaust system. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. I'm going to measure, because this is the muffler on the 2002 Chevy Astro van, and this is a huge beast. And this looks like it's the actual original one. So there's a little pinhole in it, and believe it or not, ever since high school, I always wanted to put on a cherry bomb. So that's what's going on here, a cherry bomb. So since I got to get the catalytic converter, I'm going to get the catalytic converter and the cherry bomb and put it all at once. The one thing I am going to have to weld on probably is the muffler hanger. See, the hanger right there is on the pipe. Unless I am going to have to use the pipe. I'm going to have to use the pipe because the bung is there for the catalytic converter. So we'll see what's going to happen. I'm going to cut that off right there, get my measurements to see how long this whole system is, and then I'm going to put a new catalytic converter 3-inch with the cherry bomb. Alright, let's see, we'll follow up what's going on.